So I've got good news and bad news. The good news is that I got back my swing analysis. The bad news, I got a lot of fires that I need to put out.
I want to give you what I think is the best quote that has ever been given in the game of golf of how to get better. So we all know this face, Mr. Tiger Woods. Now this quote that is behind me is a quote that was asked to Tiger, and they asked Tiger, they go, Mr. Woods, you've developed your swing 4 different times with 4 different coaches, became world number 1 4 different ways. How do you do it? And he says, the first thing that I need to do is I need to understand what it is that I need to do. Now, after I understand, I need to make sure it looks better. Then after it looks better, it starts to feel better. Then after it feels better, then it starts to perform better in practice, like in a bay, like right here at the golf room in Columbus, Ohio. After I can practice and it starts to feel better and perform better, then I can take it to the course and then to a tournament. The problem is that most of us, most amateur golfers that we see right here at the golf room or online at the golf room everywhere, they miss this very first part. They don't actually understand what it is that they need to do. They have an idea, right? But most times, what amateur golfers are doing is they're solving what I call the smoke and not the fire, right? Like, so if you had a fire in your house, you wouldn't go and like put a blanket over the smoke. That would do nothing. What you would need to do is put a blanket or whatever it may be, a fire extinguisher on the fire, because you need to make sure that when you're working on your game, you're solving first things first, not second things first. You need to be putting out the fire and not putting out the smoke in hopes that it would put out the fire, because that would never work. So my challenge to you is to find out exactly what it is that you need to do in your swing for wherever you are in the world. We have that plan that we can give you at the golf room everywhere with our collaboration with TeeTime Golf Pass. So you can take an opportunity for that, but if nothing else, you need to dive into what it is that you need to do, what is the first things first, so that you can take the advice from Tiger Woods and actually understand what you need to do, then build practice habits to make sure it looks better, then it's going to feel better, then perform, then the course, and then your tournament, like your member or your guys or girls trip.
So I'm completing my application form in order to get my swing analysis through the golf room everywhere, so that then, as Kyle says, I can actually figure out where I'm starting from and what my fire is that I need to put out. So when you go in through the process of signing up for the swing analysis, they also send you a questionnaire for you to complete. What area of the game would you say is your strongest? Tee shots, iron play, wedges, chipping, pitching, putting? Oh God, no. Mentality. That's probably where I'm the strongest, but I'm not strong at any of those answers. What's your big goal right now? I want to shoot under 120. What would be the top 3 frustrations or pain points that you're dealing with? Oh geez, where do I start? Hitting it straight, hitting it far. What have you done to try to fix it? A lot of practice. How's your short game? How many putts do you average? Oh God. Oh God. 3 to 5? Okay, those are all the big questions, so I'm going to submit that, and then we're going to see what they have to say about my shot. So I'm out here getting some footage of my swing, so that then I can upload them to the golf room everywhere, so that then they can give me their swing analysis and tell me where the fire is. Yeah, right, that's my fire. Oh, shoot. Oh God, right again. So I've got good news and bad news. The good news is that I got back my swing analysis, and I'm working with a great pro named Michael, who's got over 25 years of experience doing this. The bad news, I got a lot of fires that I need to put out, like a lot of fires. So he's got me fixing my stance, so widening my legs a little bit, turning my feet out a little bit. He wants to see me tilting my upper body a bit more before I have my backswing. He wants to see me hinge my wrists more, shorten my backswing, and fix my grip. So we're gonna start working on those things one at a time.
Have to get extraordinary at what sounds ordinary. So little things like our grip, our posture, but most importantly, our setup as well as our alignment. So let me kind of share with you some things that you do well, and then also some areas that we could improve just to kind of get you going down this path. A couple things I want to share with you. Stance width could be maybe just a hair wider if you want. All right, it's maybe just a touch on the narrow side. So that would be about hip width apart, shoulder width apart, and then I'd also add just a little bit of foot flare here with the feet, okay? Now, as far as the posture goes, okay, if I draw a line straight from your nose to your belly button, you'll see how like you're kind of stacked right on top. Your shoulders are very, very level. So what I would challenge you to do is I would challenge you to bump that hip a little bit forward. We're also gonna kind of bump the hands just a little forward as well. So they're kind of covering a little bit more of your inner part of your thigh. And then from here, what will happen is you might feel like that head gets a little bit more behind the golf ball. And then we're also going to do that with our lower half. So I want that left hip feeling a little taller, just like that left shoulder is going to feel a little taller. Because what happens is when you don't do that, your ball position is going to be a little bit too far back. So your ball position should be right there off of your lead ear. And because you don't have as much upper body side bend, it actually kind of makes it look like it's a little bit too far forward. However, your lead hand is pointing a little bit closer to your chin. So I like to try to just kind of have you rotate that lead hand a little bit more clockwise on the handle so those two things match up. So the only thing I would change from this down the line view, because your posture is perfect, is I would literally just have the hands feel like they're a little bit more underneath the shoulders here, okay? So that would be the big thing. You'll notice you guys do a great job of your lower body, having a little bit of knee flex, and for the most part, you look like you are ready to hit a golf ball. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at how the club actually swings around your body. When your lead arm is then parallel to the ground, that club shaft is going to be a little bit too flat. Okay, so you can kind of see where that's pointing. Okay, your hands are doing a great job of getting deeper, but we need to get that club shaft to be a little steeper. If we can get you to hinge a little bit sooner, you're gonna have a much better chance of getting that lead arm working a little bit more across your chest, right? So here you can see it's matched up a little bit better there. That club shaft is on plane, and now we're getting our hands a little bit deeper there at the top. Again, that is probably one of the easiest ways to help you shallow the club on the downswings. When your lead arm is parallel to the ground, you have not hinged that club at all. Okay, I like to have you a little bit more like that, almost like you're making the letter L. Look at how long your swing gets. Okay, it's like way over here. You can see how your upper body is leaning more towards the target. It's gonna be, I don't know if it's impossible, but it's gonna be probably nearly impossible to shallow this as soon as you like. So as you come back down, you're going to release the angle here pretty quickly. So once the hands are kind of underneath your waistline, you'll notice how you've got not as much lag in this club, swinging back down. And then you're gonna be kind of scooping the ball through the hit, hence why you've got that chicken wing.
So here we are trying to get extraordinary at the ordinary things. I've got a slightly wider stance. I've got my feet pointed out. I've got a little bit more of a tilt here in my upper body where my left shoulder and left hip are slightly higher than the right. And more importantly, well, two fires that I really need to put out here. My grip that I'm really focusing on, and this wrist hinge, so that then when I bring the club back, I've got my arm that is parallel to the floor and my club that's making a perfect I shape. I'm going to shorten up my backswing so that then when I come through, it looks better than that.
Give this a go. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you back here soon.